Thank you for purchasing an Atlantic Channel Lock 2 above ground oval pool. Before beginning the installation process, please read the entire instruction manual and watch this video. It contains important information that's critical to completing a successful installation. This pool design is suitable for installation on a flat poured concrete base at least 3 inches or 8 centimeters thick, poured onto solid undisturbed earth. However, this video shows a normal backyard installation. Do not attempt to install it on asphalt, sand, gravel, peat moss, wood, or chemically treated soil. However, if you live in an area where nut grass is prevalent, contact your pool dealer for further instructions. Avoid overhanging trees, power lines, or clotheslines, and check to ensure your pool is not on top of buried telephone, cable TV, water, power, or sewer lines. Local municipalities may also have regulations you must follow in determining pool location, so be sure to check with local officials. Choose a large area of your yard that's as level as possible. The pool must be installed on dry, firm, undisturbed earth. Avoid areas with poor drainage. You'll need these tools and equipment: a flat shovel or spade, a sturdy garden rake, several long metal spikes or eaves trough nails, a hammer or mallet, 3 2x2 stakes about 6 inches or 15 centimeters long, a ball of sturdy cord or twine, a 4-foot carpenter's level, 2 tape measures at least 15 feet or 5 meters long, a can of spray paint with a vertical nozzle, a roll of duct tape, a 7/16 inch socket or box wrench, a number 3 Phillips screwdriver or power drill with a Phillips bit, a surveyor's transit, and a length of straight 2x4. You will also need 1 inch or 1.5 inch 25 or 38 millimeter thick styrofoam sheets or a quantity of brick sand for the pool bottom, a quantity of crushed limestone, and several small patio stones. Preparing the pool foundation is the most critical step in the installation process. Take your time and double-check all your measurements as you work. Ground preparation diagrams appear on pages 3, 4, and 5 in section 1 of your manual. Be sure you're using the diagram that matches your pool size. We'll be installing a 15 by 30 foot oval. Generally, you'll be placing the pool parallel to another structure, like a house or a deck. Measure out from this structure a distance of at least dimension W of your drawing. In our case, 134 inches or 340 centimeters. Using 2 metal pegs and a length of string longer than your pool, mark out the center line of your pool. Determine the position of one end of your pool and measure back from that spot along the string a distance equal to dimension S on your drawing. In our case, that's 102 inches or 259 centimeters. Place a metal peg in the ground at this point. Now measure from that peg the distance P in your drawing. That's 180 inches or 457 centimeters for our pool. Place another stake into the ground at this point. Tie one end of a piece of string around your paint can. Now measure the string from the nozzle of the can, the length found in the chart on page 6 of step 1 in your instruction guide. For our pool, it's 102 inches or 259 centimeters. Tie the string to one of the metal pegs at this length. Keeping the string taut, paint a semicircle on the ground. Now move the string to the second peg and repeat this process. Join the 2 semicircles with a straight line at their outside edges to form an oval. You can use pegs and string to mark this line and to use as a guide as you spray paint. This oval marks the approximate location of your pool. Evaluate this location now and make any adjustments to ensure the pool is in the exact location you desire. Measure to the exact center between the 2 pegs on the center line. In our case, that's 90 inches or 229 centimeters. Drive a 6-inch 2x2 stake into the ground at this point, to within an inch or 2 of the soil. Make a pencil-marked X on the top of the stake from corner to corner to mark the exact center of the stake. Replace the 2 metal pegs with wooden stakes, driving them about the same depth into the ground. Measure out from one of the 2 outside stakes a distance equal to dimension W on your layout drawing, which in our case is 134 inches or 340 centimeters. Mark this spot with a metal peg. Do the same from the other outside stake and join these pegs with a string. Using the string as a guide, spray paint along this horizontal line and join the ends with the painted circles. Repeat this process on the other side of the pool. This marks out the entire excavation area of your pool. You must remove all the sod and vegetation from this area. A sod cutter, which can be rented from your local equipment rental store, makes this task much easier. Be careful not to dislodge the 3 wooden stakes. Now check the area and remove any stones, roots, or sticks. This entire area now must be made level to within 1 inch or 25 millimeters end to end. We're using a surveyor's transit for this job, but there is an alternative method. Select a straight 2x4 of the correct length, as determined in the chart on page 7 of section 1, which in our case is 102 inches or 259 centimeters. Nail a 3 to 4 inch nail into the bottom edge of the 2x4 at one end and cut off the nail head. Place a 4-foot carpenter's level on the edge of this 2x4 and hold it in place with duct tape. Drill a small hole in the center of each stake just large enough to accept the cut-off nail. Determine the spot of lowest elevation of the pool area and drive the stake closest to that low area down until it's flush with the ground. Insert the nail from the 2x4 into the stake, place the other end of the 2x4 on the lowest spot, and check the level. Now remove the soil from beneath the 2x4 and drive the stake into the ground until you get a level reading. Now place the end of the 2x4 on the next stake. Adjust this stake and remove soil from beneath the 2x4 until again you have a level reading. Now move the nail to the next stake. Place the 2x4 on the remaining stake and adjust that stake or remove soil from beneath the 2x4 until you have a level reading. With all your stakes at the same depth, it's time to level the rest of the earth. Place the nail in the 2x4 in any of the stakes. Swing the board around in a circle, scraping away the soil as you do, until there is a level reading. Remember, you must remove soil from higher areas, not add soil to lower areas. You can fill in small ruts or stone holes, tamping the area down firmly, but you cannot build up low areas, because this will create an unsafe foundation. When the circle is level, move the board to the next stake and repeat the process. Take your time and make sure the area is completely level. Finally, move the board to the last stake and again swing the board around, scraping away soil as you go until the area is level. Now make the wide horizontal areas of the oval level with the 3 circles. Recheck the outer 12 inches or 30 centimeters where the bottom edge of the pool wall will sit to ensure it has no high or low spots. Now we need to add corner pegs as indicated in diagram 23 on page 9 of section 1. We're using long eavesdrop nails. Use 2 measuring tapes for this step. From one of the end stakes, measure the distance of dimension X. That's 90 inches or 229 centimeters for our pool. From the center stake, measure distance Y, which for us is 127¼ inches or 323 centimeters. Where these 2 measurements intersect on the inside of the tape measures, insert a metal peg. Repeat this process from the other end stake, and then again on the other side of the pool, until you have the 4 corner pegs D, E, F, and G located. Again, measure out from one end stake the distance W, which in our case is 134 inches or 340 centimeters. Then measure out from the center stake 161½ inches or 410 centimeters. Place a peg where these measurements cross on your 2 tapes. Repeat this step to add the other 3 outer pegs. Join pegs D and E with a piece of string, and then join pegs G and F. Now across the width of the pool, join pegs H and K with a length of string, and pegs I and J. Then pegs H and I, and J and K. Along the string joining pegs H and I, measure in from one of the pegs the distance that matches dimension M in the chart on page 10 of section 1. For our 15 by 30 foot pool, that's 30½ inches or 77 centimeters. Place a peg under the string at that location. Do the same using the string joining pegs J and K on the other side of the pool. Now join these two new pegs with a string. This marks the center line for the positioning of patio stones that will support the buttresses on the horizontal sides. Mark the center line for the patio stones on the other side of the horizontal area, using the same steps you just performed. A 12 by 18 pool has only one patio stone on each side. The distance between the two new sets of strings should be exactly 48 inches or 122 centimeters. However, our pool of 15 by 30 and the 18 by 33 pool require a third patio stone. To determine the center line for this patio stone, measure from the new pegs you just installed a distance equal to dimension N on the chart of page 10, which is 59.5 inches or 151 centimeters. This distance should be identical when you measure from either set of pegs. Join the new pegs with a length of string. Your layout should now look like this. Now we'll mark an area for excavating trenches to hold the patio stones. Spray along the string to mark the center line of each trench. Along the string marking the center line of each patio stone, measure out 22 inches or 56 centimeters from the pool wall line marked by the string between pegs D and E or F and G. Now measure 10 inches or 25.5 centimeters on both sides of the center line and mark the earth with a screwdriver or metal peg. Now measure out an additional 20 inches and again mark the soil 10 inches or 25.5 centimeters on both sides. Join all your marks to form a 20 by 20 inch, 51 by 51 centimeter square. Repeat this on the other side of the pool and again for all the other patio stone center lines you have marked. Temporarily remove the strings and excavate the trenches you have marked to a depth of 3 inches or 8 centimeters. Dig carefully so as to avoid disturbing the ground around the edges of the trenches. Spread crushed limestone into the excavated trenches to a depth of 1 inch or 25 millimeters. Dampen lightly with water and tamp the limestone firmly into the bottom of each trench. Place a 12 by 12 inch or 30 by 30 centimeter patio stone 2 inches or 5 centimeters thick into the center of each trench. The front edge of the patio stone should be exactly 26 inches or 66 centimeters from the pool wall line. Check to make certain the patio stone is level and exactly even with the surrounding earth. If not, remove the patio stone and adjust the limestone base until it is. Now fill the remainder of the trench with crushed limestone slightly dampened. Standing on the patio stone, tamp the limestone firmly around the patio stone. Standing on the stone will ensure it doesn't shift, but don't tamp too hard or you might cause the patio stone to move.